Press the bell icon to never miss a video from testbook.com.
Hello everyone, wish you a very happy Republic Day. I am Pratibha Singh and today I am going to explain you a very important topic, and it is the meaning of all the words given in the preamble. So basically the American Constitution was the first to begin with a preamble. The preamble refers to the introduction or preface to the Constitution. The preamble of Constitution is based on the objective resolution drafted and moved by Pandit Nehru and adopted by Constituent Assembly on 26 November 1949. We the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, political liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. So our first word is sovereign. The Hindi meaning is Samprabhuta. So what is the meaning of Samprabhuta, or we say sovereign? This word implies that India is neither a dependence nor a dominion of any other nation, but an independent state. There is no authority above it, and it is free to conduct its own affairs, both internal or external. Being a sovereign state, India can either acquire a foreign territory or cede a part of its territory in favor of a foreign state. And our second word is socialist. Socialist, क्या होता है socialist? इसको हम बोलते हैं समाजवादी. So even before the term was added by 42nd Amendment in 1976, the Constitution had a socialist content in the form of a certain directive principle of state policy, that means DPSP. Notably, the Indian brand of socialism is a democratic socialism and not a communist socialism, also known as a state socialism, which involves the nationalization of all means of production and distribution and the abolition of private property. Democratic socialism, on the other hand, holds faith in a mixed economy. Both the public and private sector coexist side by side. As the Supreme Court says, democratic socialism aims to end poverty, ignorance, disease, and inequality of opportunity. Indian socialism is a blend of Marxism and Gandhism, leaning heavily towards Gandhian socialism. Our third word is secularism. What is secular? The most important word, that means धर्म निरपेक्ष, यानी कि हम किसी भी धर्म को फॉलो नहीं करेंगे यहाँ. So the Indian Constitution embodies the positive concept of secularism, that is all religion in our country, irrespective of their strength, have the same status and support from the state. The term secular too was added by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1976. However, as the Supreme Court said in 1974, although word secular state is not mentioned in the Constitution, there can be no doubt that Constitution makers wanted to establish such a state, and accordingly Article 25 to 28, the fundamental rights to freedom have been included in the Constitution. Our fourth word is democratic. Once again, a very important word, Loktantra, government by the people and for the people. A democratic polity is stipulated in the preamble, is based on doctrine of popular sovereignty, that is, possession of supreme power by the people. The Indian Constitution provides for representative parliamentary democracy, under which the executive is responsible to the legislature and for all policies and actions. Universal enfranchisement, periodic election, rule of law, independence of judiciary, and the absence of discrimination on certain grounds are the manifestations of the democratic character of the Indian polity. The term democratic is used in the preamble in the broader sense, embracing not only political democracy but also social and economic democracy. Our fifth word is republic. The republic meaning in Hindi is Gardantra. A democratic polity can be classified into two categories, monarchy and republic. In a monarchy, the head of the state, usually king or queen, enjoys a hereditary position, that is, he comes into office through succession, example Britain. In a republic, on the other hand, the head of the state is always elected directly or indirectly for a fixed period, example USA. Therefore, the term republic in our preamble indicates that India has an elected head called the president. He is elected indirectly for a fixed period of 5 years. तो अभी तक के जो हमारे terms हैं 5, उनसे हमें मिलता क्या है? उनसे हमें मिलता है justice. The term justice in the preamble embraces 3 distinct forms: social, economic and political, secured through various provisions of fundamental rights and directive principles. Social justice denotes the equal treatment of all citizens without any social distinction based on caste, color, race, religion, sex, and so on. It means absence of privileges being extended to any particular section of the society and improvement in the conditions of backward classes and women. The next thing we got from our preamble, that is liberty. Liberty means the absence of restraint on the activities of individuals, at the same time providing opportunities for the development of individual personalities. The preamble secures to all citizens of India liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship through their fundamental rights, enforceable in court of law. In case of violation, liberty is, as elaborated in the preamble, is very essential for the successful functioning of the Indian democratic system. However, liberty does not mean license to do what one likes and has to be enjoyed within the limitations mentioned in the Constitution itself. In brief, the liberty conceived by the preamble of fundamental right is not absolute but qualified. And another important term is equality. The term equality means the absence of special privileges to any section of the society and the provision of adequate opportunities for all individuals without any discrimination. The preamble secures to all citizens of India equality of status and opportunity. This provision embraces 3 dimensions of equality: civic, political and economic. So we have a last term, and this is fraternity, यानी कि बंधुता. Fraternity means a sense of brotherhood. The Constitution promotes this feeling of fraternity by the system of a single citizenship. Also, the fundamental duties says that it shall be the duty of every citizen of India to promote harmony and the spirit of common brotherhood amongst all people of India, transcending religious, linguistic, regional or sexual diversities. The preamble declares that fraternity has to assure 2 things: the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. The word integrity has been added to the preamble by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment 1976. So what is the significance of our preamble? The preamble embodies the basics, philosophy and fundamental values, political, moral and religious, on which the Constitution is based. It contains the grand and novel vision of the Constituent Assembly and reflect the dreams and aspiration of the founding fathers of our Constitution. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe our channel, don't forget to share. Jai Hind.